he shoots. Look at that turtle rush.
That is really...
Look at that. He's even faster than my internet.
When playing a game, I'm sure everyone's been in this situation where you're leading early game, a certain hero of your team has taken a huge advantage. However, the enemy hero has a better teamfight composition, which results in that you can't win the mid-game 5v5 teamfights, and eventually your opponents come back in the late game. During competitive matches, players frequently encounter this situation because in the late game, if no side has a clear advantage, both teams will find it hard to claim victory. Even if one side had the early lead, they might easily lose the game from one wipeout. But at this time, if your team had someone who skilled well, you can do a 4-to-1 split push to avoid this problem. Simply said, a 4-to-1 split push is to have 4 together and 1 alone. To describe it in a more straightforward manner, we will use the sandbox format to show everyone what is a 4-to-1 split push. In the late game, separate the team into 4 and 1 separate formations. 4 players will defend, while the team's strongest player will split. If the opposition cannot keep up, you will slowly chip away their turrets, and eventually claim the victory. What you are seeing right now is a match of MPC Finals, AE vs OV. Harley is solo pushing top lane, while his teammates are holding off the opposition in bot lane. Even though OV won the teamfight, but Harley was able to take the high ground turret, with AE eventually claiming victory. If they send someone weaker to stop your solo pushing, then as long as you hold up in a stable manner in the conventional fight, it is still very difficult to stop your pushing. It might even lead to a solo kill. This is the first game of AE vs OG series in MPC Finals. AE is leading, however, OG has just taken the Lord. Since the enemy had taken the Lord, AE avoided confrontation. They choose to let Fanny, who had skilled well, to split push top. OG is forced to send Lancelot to defend, who ends up being killed. Fanny's split pushing caused OG to not capitalize anything off their Lord kill. If the opposition sends 2 to come and catch you, then your team now has the conventional team fight advantage. The solo pusher must now be cautious. This gives the other a chance to initiate the fight and take towers or the Lord. No matter what, you now have the power to make the calls. What we are seeing is what happened in the AE vs OV game. Fanny is split pushing bot. The opposition are forced to send 2 to stop her. Fanny sees the enemy on the map and immediately retreats. And at this moment, her teammates use their numbers advantage. OV is still in their base, thinking while AE have taken the Lord. AE then utilized the Lord to quickly claim victory. There are certain points which you must pay special attention to. Not in every situation can 4 teammates hold the assault of 5 enemies. You must take into account team compositions before committing to a split push. If your team lacks wave clearing heroes or the enemy has strong burst damage, it's probably best not to split push, as your team will be a tilt to keep up and eventually lose out towers. If at this time you split push, it will only contribute to the dire situation, which is why you can't just brain dead 4-to-1 split push. This is the day 1 NPC match between WB and X.PG. WB has the early lead. Balmon wants to split push to take off some pressure, but bot lane cannot keep up Lancelot in check and are slain. The second bot lane tower is destroyed as well. Now Balmon wants to retreat and defend, but it is too late. Under the high ground turret, he is ganged up upon and dies. The difference between the two teams is now even bigger. Now let us watch MSC's OV versus MYS. In this match, OV has the lead. In just 5 minutes, they are ahead by 2 turrets and 3 kills. But MYS team composition is filled with burst damage. If they enter into a 5v5 team fight now, it will be a balanced match up. The balance of the game right now can be tipped to either side. OV now chooses to slow and steady route to victory, getting Hayabusa to split top. To avoid a frontal confrontation from the enemy, MYS sends 2 members to stop Hayabusa splitting. Since they are behind, their other teammates are unable to maneuver. As MYS are rotating, OV takes their jungle resources. Their economic situation snowballs out of control until the base itself is gone. The reason OV chose Hayabusa for this 4-1 split is because of the exceptional mobility and damage. Hayabusa's agility helps to get around the map to help teammates or push lane. From analyzing the player's choice, we can see why they chose certain heroes. First, they must at least fulfill certain criteria. Agile and mobile, to be able to escape multiple pursuers. Strong solo ability, to be capable of striking when the enemy are on defense. Fast clearing, to demolish tower quickly, which puts pressure on the other team to always have someone defending. Recommended heroes, Zilong, Hayabusa, and etc. 4-1 split overall is a rather advanced skill. This requires team chemistry, suitable team composition, and a proper choice of the heroes. All these criteria must be fulfilled to carry out the strategy successfully. Even the criteria are fulfilled, the outcome is still not guaranteed. One main thing to understand, 4-1 split pushing cannot be done brainlessly. We hope that everyone can think and understand first before using this strategy. From this video, do you now understand how the 4-1 split push works now? Come and get your friends to give it a try. If you have any further questions, leave a comment below.